ABC News.
Minnesota's trusted voice. Every hour. Let's get you caught up with what's happening now on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Mostly cloudy, 84 degrees at 3:02. I'm Laura Oakes. An investigation is underway following the discovery of a decomposed body in West St. Paul.
The West St. Paul Police Department detailing the scene in a post on social media today, saying that officers discovered the remains near 199 Wentworth Avenue East this morning after being called to the scene. Police say the victim is male and is in an advanced state of decomposition. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office is currently working to confirm his identity and determine the cause of death. Police are asking anyone with relevant information to contact them. Ari Bergeron, News Talk 830 WCCO.
Edina police investigating following a shooting near Southdale last night. It happened on the 7200 block of York Avenue South. The victim was taken to HCMC with serious injuries. The Minneapolis Police Union is contesting the firing of an officer earlier this year over a racially insensitive social media post.
46-year-old Joseph Klimek liked a Facebook post calling for a murder suspect who was black to be lynched, according to recently released disciplinary records and an internal affairs investigation. The incident follows more than 20 complaints against Klimek, a history of misconduct, and multiple suspensions. He also pled guilty last year to an amended charge relating to the malicious punishment of a child. He's on 2 years of supervised probation. Taylor Rivera, News Talk 830 WCCO.
Check the Minnesota DNR's website if you're planning on hitting a state park in southeastern Minnesota this weekend. Many parks and trails are closed due to heavy rain and flash flooding over the past few days. And many 4th of July festivities already kicking off, including the Taste of Minnesota in downtown Minneapolis in just about an hour. Minneapolis is also hosting its Red, White, and Boom fireworks tomorrow night, which brings a reminder from City Council member Latricia Vita. She says people with noise and other complaints should dial 311, not 911.
This weekend, there's going to be a lot of emergencies, and we need those lines open. So make sure for non-emergencies, you call 311 and report things, but keep the lines open for real emergencies.
Minneapolis is also dispatching extra patrols around the city this weekend. WCCO News Times, 3:04.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
All right, from WCCO TV, Chief Meteorologist Chris Schaefer, mostly cloudy for the rest of the afternoon. Some scattered showers still possible. Still trying for a high of 86 degrees today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms possible tonight, low 68. Tomorrow, same thing. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible, but they'd be moving out by tomorrow evening. And then Sunday looks like the best day of the weekend. Partly cloudy, some sunshine is back, and 83 degrees. Right now in the Twin Cities, it's mostly cloudy, 84 at News Talk 830 WCCO.
Minnesota's Suggestion Box, the voice message feature on the Odyssey app. Hit the microphone next to the Listen Live button and send us your thoughts on your time. You're thinking about it. Jason's talking about it. There are no breaks on bold takes here. Buckle up. This is Drive Time with DeRusha. Tuned up and rolling thanks to Luther Kia of Bloomington. Now, live from Minnesota's biggest microphone, here's Jason DeRusha.
We are on the job on this Friday. Welcome to Drive Time. Welcome to a live broadcast from downtown Minneapolis. And we begin our show with a truly only in Minneapolis moment. Only in Minneapolis could city officials stand in a neighborhood, talk about cracking down on drug dealing out in the open, and have that be controversial. Do you have a problem with the city cracking down on drug dealing out in the open air drug markets? 651-461-9226. I think it's shocking that it's taken this long to have a public statement that this is not acceptable in our city. For too long, the leaders in Minneapolis have put the needs of the biggest antisocial, law-breaking problem people in our community. They put those needs ahead of residents. And it's about time we get our heads on straight about this issue. In fact, all around the country, mayors in predominantly Democratic cities are saying enough with the open dealing of drugs. Now, Minneapolis City Council member Jason Chavez posted on social media that Jason considers the new strategy from the city and the mayor to essentially be the city's war on drugs. Quote, this approach will criminalize homelessness, criminalize those struggling with addiction, will worsen people's life outcomes by giving them a criminal record that follows them for years, and will only expose our undocumented neighbors to deportation, says Jason Chavez. I have a simple answer. Stop dealing drugs out in the open in the middle of neighborhoods. For years, we have made the political calculation, and I get it, the empathy of trying to lead with love. People who are down on their luck, people who are homeless, people who are in the struggle with addiction. I get those things. And the rest of us have rights too. The rest of us have rights too. And I think for too long, the calculus has been tipped in favor of the people on the struggle bus. And I'm over it. I'm over it. And I think people who live in these neighborhoods are over it. I've talked to friends who live in the Uptown area, for example, and love living in the Uptown area, love raising their kids as city kids, love the diversity, love the culture, love the walkability, the bikeability, but they are sick and tired of their kids walking over needles, walking by people who are openly doing and openly dealing drugs. And the solution of leading with empathy, has that worked? Has that worked? It's 2026 and we still have it going on in our streets. The mayor in the city came forward and said, we got to clean it up. And the way we have to clean it up is what I think a very compassionate way of dealing with it. The mayor said that the city's going to provide a choice. You can get services that the city and the county offer, and you can get better. His quote, we'll make sure that those services are readily accessible. But if you don't accept those services, you can't continue to hurt our neighborhoods and make our streets less safe. Only in Minneapolis would there be any controversy over this. It's this sort of misplaced belief that as a society, we have to bend over backwards for everybody who's screwing up. And that the people who are living a peaceful life and want to live a peaceful life and want to pay taxes and want to support your city, that they should just have to deal with it. And they should not. They should not. 651-461-9226. One texter said, Jason, you said too much. You said stop dealing drugs out the open. It should just be stop dealing drugs. I will say that dealing with homelessness is very challenging. It's very challenging. And I think a lot of people want it to be easier than it is. Because I understand why the Democrats kind of got in over their heads, in my view, on this idea that like we have to just let people do whatever they want to do. That the compassionate thing is to let people work through their struggles and not criminalize these things. And I get where that comes from. I mean, we locked up so many people in the 80s and 90s for, frankly, things that white people were doing and were getting away with, and black people were doing. And when they got caught, they went to prison for a long time. That is what Councilmember Chavez is talking about when he says that this is our city's war on drugs. I would make a significant distinction between private drug consumption, which sometimes your level of consumption is so much that you end up technically a dealer under the law. If you want to break the law and you want to slowly kill off your brain cells and potentially kill yourself, that is largely a you problem. If you are doing that out in the open, that's all of our problem. That's all of our problem. It cannot be controversial. And in fact, in San Francisco, one of the keys to turning around the sort of all of the homelessness, all of the drug dealing, all of the vandalism, the robbery, all the stuff that was going on in San Francisco has been a Democratic mayor who has said, being compassionate when it comes to homelessness does not mean that we have to let people set up camp, do drugs, break the law out in the open. We wouldn't let Laura Oaks build a dry cleaner in the middle of a neighborhood, right? Like maybe it would have to be in a corner. It'd have to be in a commercially zoned district. But we have let people for the last 6 years in this community just set up tent villages wherever the hell they want. I do think this is part of the existential challenge that Democrats are having in city areas around the country. Harm reduction sounds good. It sounds like you're more what I'm saying right now sounds mean, right? Oh, Jason, where's your heart? Where's your compassion? Look, this idea of decriminalizing all of this stuff, of having safe sites where people could do fentanyl or opioids or whatever, it's not working. It's not working. And I don't want our city to be in a scenario where, the last person out turn out the lights. Because let's be real. If you had a family, you had young kids living in Minneapolis, and for them to walk to the school bus or to walk to school, they had to walk by an open air drug market. How long would you put up with that? How long would you put up with that? We're seeing this all over the country, the change. Philadelphia, a Democratic mayor made shutting down this big drug market there a priority. In Oregon, voters passed a decriminalization law, but Democratic lawmakers have been leading legislation to recriminalize drug possession as a misdemeanor. So they have some tool to use against people who are using drugs in public. Do you think going back to more law and order is the right thing to do? Or do you agree with Jason Chavez, who says we need a safe location, safe outdoor spaces, tiny home villages, real pathways off the street, a compassionate approach, not another arrest that leaves someone with a record, further from housing, further from a job, and further from the stability? Jason Chavez says we do not have to choose between public safety and compassion. I agree with that, but I believe what we have been choosing has been far from compassionate. Far from compassion. Keep the texts and the calls coming. 651-461-9226. We'll break. We'll hear from you in just a minute as Drive Time with DeRusha continues.
Drive Time with DeRusha. Tuned up and rolling. Thanks to Luther Kia of Bloomington.
You know that feeling when your body is tired, but your brain just won't shut off? We've all been there. Jordana here. That's where CBN comes in. CBN, short for cannabinol, is a naturally occurring hemp cannabinoid known for its relaxing, sleepy effects. Think of it like the lights dimming signal for your brain. While CBD helps you stay calm, CBN helps your body know it's time to rest. That's why we call it CB Night Night. Mini Leaf Night and Night Plus Sleep Gummies combine CBN, CBD, and CBG to help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, and then wake up feeling refreshed. Go to minileaf.com, MINNELEAF.com, minileaf.com, the home of Minnesota's best legal products. And tell them Jordana sent you.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Watch your movies from the best seat in the house with Barofka's M-Series seating solutions.
Comfort and convenience with over 500 premium fabric and top grain leathers.
Craftsman direct priced from $66.12 or $276 a month for 24 months. Just add popcorn.
Oh, Jim. Barofka's. No gimmicks, haggling, or hard to understand pricing.
In Woodbury, Burnsville, and Minnetonka.
Barofka.
Decidedly, well, you get the picture.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Drive Time with DeRusha is fueled by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Go see Dan Dingman and the crew today, or always online at lutherkiaofbloomington.com.
But I am worried about it right now. Keep them dreams alive. 1999 heroes.
It seems the era of let's just let people work through their challenges. If they don't want to take treatment, if they don't want to take housing, well, we better let them be. I just think it's been an unmitigated failure. Now, does this mean I think we're doing enough as far as providing housing for people who are homeless? No, I don't. I think often we hear these numbers like, oh, if people wanted a place to stay, we have a place to stay for them. The real challenge is there is a segment of the homeless population that doesn't want to follow the rules that come along with most housing that's for homeless people. And there has been discussion over the years about should we have homeless housing where people are allowed to do illegal drugs. And I don't know, I'll be honest, like I have definitely played with the idea of maybe it makes more sense. Like you could put people in housing, just get them off the streets. I'm no expert, so I'm not certain what the right way to go with that is. But we do have housing. We do have drug treatment programs. If you don't want to do it, you should be arrested. Can't let this just continue. Let's go to Marty and Albert Lee. Marty, you're at 651-461-9226. Only in Minneapolis, I think, would this be controversial to say we're going to clean up drug dealing and drug doing that's going on in the open.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough situation, but the one thing I want to take issue with what you said is it's not a legal free-for-all. The city of Minneapolis themselves have decided to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
If it was truly legalized, like some European countries, everybody would not come to Minneapolis to do that.
Yeah.
And you look at Amsterdam and Oslo and Stockholm, how they've done it. Well, it's not perfect. The death rates are much, much lower than here.
Right.
And I still have the issue of why are drugs and food regulated so much more than firearms?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. And
Yeah,
people will say, oh, it's because of the Second Amendment, the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say anything about drug use. But, you know, I think you and I probably share a belief that the intent of the Second Amendment has certainly been broadened way beyond what anybody ever meant.
Exactly. I know it's a tough situation, and, you know, I wish people didn't resort to that, and nobody should die because of it. But
for sure.
Yeah, how? And that's the key question. I just want to bring up that one little facet.
It's a good, it's a great point. Thanks, Marty.
Thanks, Jason.
And the city did decide, and this was not a fringe belief by the city of Minneapolis. This was pretty mainstream liberal Democrat thinking. And the idea was that, look, we can't just arrest people who are homeless because what? They're going to spend, I don't know, how long are you going to lock somebody up for sleeping on the street? You lock somebody up for a week, 20 days? And then they're just right back out there. So you don't really solve any problem there. I think it's also clear that by allowing people to just set up camp and do drugs openly in the street and sort of expect the rest of us to just deal with it, that is also unfair. This is the main thing I react to. And Jonathan Lowe is here in for Dan Cook today.
Hi, everybody.
I mean, I think that people who are living in a neighborhood, minding their own business, you have rights too. And I think they've sort of been expected to like, well, you know, we have to be compassionate to people who are in trouble. And I understand that. And also, like, do you want to live down the street from this stuff? Do you want kids walking to school by this stuff? I think you get to a point where enough is enough. And I guess 6 years is enough.
Well, it's one of the things that, in my opinion, is the big struggle of this country on the whole. And that's the tug and pull, push and pull between individuality, individual rights, and the greater good, the greater society, what's better for the greater society. And some people may say that's a cop-out, but it's factual.
Yeah.
Because getting people that are homeless or that have struggles, whether they be mental struggles, whether they be physical addictions, to conform and say, okay, I need to work on myself, and I'm doing it because you told me to.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what we truly want in this country. We want people to be able to go out and seek help that they want.
Well, we all know, like, if you have a friend who's in the throes of addiction and you try to push them into treatment, doesn't usually work until they're ready to do treatment.
Yes. We and I was going through, you'd put up the post link on Facebook for Councilman Chavez's post on this, and I was reading through some of the reactions, and there was a variety of reactions from the empathy side to the law and order side to the people who need to seek help have to do it on their own. They can't be forced to do it. So even in that response, there's a whole lot of gray in there. There's a whole lot of this or that or this or that or this or this. There's no concrete solution.
I like the way that San Francisco has approached this, which San Francisco actually put some funding towards a facility where they can put people who are homeless or unhoused or however people want to talk about it, but that you can have a facility. I do think that our area has a little bit of a challenge, like when you think about the bureaucracy, right? Like we talk about the big picture, which to me, the big picture is enough. 6 years, open air drug markets. People in Minneapolis have had to deal with this long enough. The details of it is a little more challenging because the county largely deals with homelessness issues. Most of our homeless facilities are run by nonprofits. I mean, if you think about it, as a country, we have done a pretty crappy job of dealing with these sort of social service issues. Nonprofits run the food shelves. Catholic Charities runs the homeless shelter and the Salvation Army and people serving people. It's all a lot of religious organizations are doing that.
Yep.
What are we as a community doing for any of this stuff?
And the thing when you're talking about just going into the subset of people that are homeless in general, you don't even know what reason they have for the homelessness or for the drug use or the drug addiction. Are they a Vietnam vet? Are they an Afghanistan vet or an Iraq vet? Are they, did they get on opioids after a huge medical condition or a huge accident that they needed painkillers for? There's so many different things. Did they just get fired from a job and just couldn't get to a job where they could make ends meet?
I think
there's so many things.
But
there.
Most of what we're dealing with at this point with these open air drug markets, these homeless encampments, this is beyond like these are largely people who are choosing to not accept help.
Right. But my point is, how did you get to that choice of the medication?
Yeah.
And
that's fair.
And because the different reasonings for it, you're going to have different solutions to get at it. In my opinion.
Yeah. Paul texts in and says, look, the sidewalks on 31st Street underneath I-35 are not accessible because they've been fenced off by MnDOT and a homeless camp. The pedestrian overpass from Hiawatha at 24th has been fenced. Same thing. Both of these areas, public funds built these areas up. Now they're unusable because of homeless encampments.
There's an underpass when you get to Quarry Center in Northeast Minneapolis. If you're going underneath 35W, I was there one night after I got off of a shift here and went to Cub Foods to get some groceries because it was at the time it was open 24 hours, and I was going under the underpass to get back toward the on-ramp, and I saw a man just walk out. And again, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. A man just walk out from under the underpass in the street. I almost ran him over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was just freaked out by it. And not a year later, whoever did it, MnDOT or whoever, put a gate in that area.
I mean, the simple challenge, and one of our texters says, look, if you're addicted to drugs, you do not want to go to a homeless shelter because you're not allowed to do drugs and you need your fix. And I understand that is the challenge of addiction. We will be holding the city's feet to the fire to make sure there are services that they're offering when they go clean this up. But if people don't accept services at a certain point, we got to take care of the people who are making the city work, the people who do pay taxes, live in these neighborhoods, keep kids going to school and all of that stuff. And I am sick and tired of the fact that law-abiding Minneapolis residents have been asked for 6 years to suck it up and take a back seat to drug addicts and people who want to live in a homeless encampment. It's not fair to those residents also. 3:31. We're going to break. I have a lot of fun and nonsense lined up for us as well today, as this is for many people a holiday. I want to know, first of all, are you working or are you off? Are you working today? What and why? 651-461-9226. Plus a shocking number of people who do not know what America is celebrating tomorrow. This is like sort of, are we all right? Are we all right as a society? We'll talk about that when we come back.
Drive Time with DeRusha is fueled by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Always online at lutherkiaofbloomington.com.
Each year, millions of Minnesotans leave their homes and begin a great migration. They travel north toward mysterious watering holes known simply as the cabin.
Did anybody pack the life jackets?
Under the chips!
Through storms, traffic, roadwork, and sacred debates over the very best bait, they remain connected.
Sure, go off the grid, but not out of the loop. Stay connected even when you're unplugged with News Talk 830 WCCO.
Are we there yet?
We're still in the driveway.
Minnesota Summers, Minnesota Stories, Minnesota's station. News Talk 830 WCCO.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech.
Demand is rapidly growing.
Do I think the state should be in the practice of pardoning people who sexually assaulted a 10-year-old? I don't. You can explain that away for the rest of your life. You can explain that away. I do think there are times, like I am a big
therapies requiring controlled environments, with that market expected to grow to more than $39 billion by 2033. I'm Jason Brooks.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with YPOL. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Don't miss your chance to save on tech, chairs, custom print, school supplies, and more. It all ends July 4th. Staples, that was easy.
TasteWhatPorkCanDo.com. It's Jason here for your Minnesota Pork Board, your Minnesota pig farmers. And TasteWhatPorkCanDo.com is a great place for recipe inspiration, for recipe ideas. In fact, one of the best chefs in America, Marcus Samuelson, who used to have a restaurant here in Minneapolis, he's got some international flavored game day snacks. Is there some big event with a ball being kicked around that people are watching? Yeah. Maybe you want grilled pork and sausage sliders. How about ham hock fried rice? Oh, goodness. Or sticky smoked ribs. All of that sounds good, but let's be real. Tomorrow, Independence Day, it's backyard picnics, it's family gatherings. Minnesota Pork is always thrilled to be a part of that situation. High protein keeps you powered up for whatever sort of family nonsense you have going on over Independence Day. Maybe you're up by the lake. How about pork shoulders, some pulled pork nachos for everybody to have? That sounds good. Ribs for sure. So many great memories to be made over this weekend, and Minnesota Pork wants to be a part of it. Go to your grocery store and your butcher shop, and let's have Minnesota Pork for dinner this weekend. Oh, yeah.
So when do you need to start thinking about a will? Find out at gutmanlaw.com. What is a living trust, and do you need this? Find out at gutmanlaw.com. What about a power of attorney or probate? We'll get all the answers to your questions when you schedule a free attorney consultation at, gutmanlaw.com. It's Jordana. And I didn't know the first thing about wills, living trusts, estate planning, but I didn't need to. All I did was reach out to my friend Matt Gutman and his partner Jamie Reff Wagner. This is their focus: wills, trust, probate, estate plans. Now knowing that my loved ones will be taken care of no matter what helps me sleep at night. Don't wait until it's too late to get these things taken care of. You can schedule a free, no-hassle consultation right on the website. Say it with me, gutmanlaw.com. Gutmanlaw.com, giving you peace of mind today for tomorrow. It's not just a slogan. I sleep better at night
now that I have my estate plan in place, thanks to Matt Gutman and Jamie.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
Chris Schaefer is off today, but he delivered a forecast just for you. You're going to the Taste of Minnesota in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Chance for scattered showers tonight, but I'm not seeing anything on the radar just yet. The high is our current temp, 86. Tonight, still keeping an eye out for those thunderstorms. The low will be 68. Tomorrow, same bit, but your nighttime stuff should be fine. So the risk for scattered showers is during the day. Tomorrow's high, 81. And Sunday sounds really pleasant, 83. A nice break for the humidity. It's sticky out there right now, isn't it? 85 on CCO.
You're listening to Drive Time with DeRusha.
Nothing. It just turns into nothing so quickly.
On News Talk 830 WCCO.
All right, we're going to move on, but Nick in North Branch stayed on the line through the break, so I want to give Nick a chance to weigh in on the city of Minneapolis, stepping up and saying they are going to be more aggressive in dealing with homeless encampments and what they call open-air drug markets. Nick, what do you want to say?
Well, Jason, I would just like to say there's a reason why I call the Minneapolis City Council the Council. That's it.
Very good. Nick, you stayed on for the whole break to do the city council joke, huh?
Well, it's not a joke. It's really serious. The first thing they did after they got reelected was raise the price of cigarettes $15 as if the city didn't have something much more pressing that they should have been addressing.
Yeah.
Nope.
I feel
didn't mean that to rhyme.
It happens. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you listening today. Happy 4th of July. It is America's 250th birthday. And this morning, I read a poll that nearly knocked me out of my chair. Headline: nearly half of Americans don't know what America's 250th is celebrating. Are we this dumb? 651-461-9226. I think there is, I get it. And I'm not one of these scolds. I'm not going to do the American citizenship test and make you feel dumb that you don't know what the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is. I get a little bored with that sort of thing, that we're supposed to feel bad that we forgot what we learned in 7th grade. I'm not that interested in that.
Name the year Wyoming became a state. Go.
Right? Some of this is just I don't know, it reminds me of Jay Leno back when he was doing the jaywalking thing. And it's let's just try to make people look like ding-dongs. I don't know. When I did the Good Question segment at Channel 4, the first discussion we had about it was that I did not want to make people look stupid or feel stupid. I wanted to share the wisdom that regular people, non-quote-unquote experts have. I wanted to raise that up. Now, today, as a radio talk show host, I actually do want to bring up the biggest dumb people to call in. If you don't know what we're celebrating for America's 250th, call in right now, 651, or get your dumbest neighbor and just say hey, it's Jason at Channel CCO. He wants to talk to you. And we'll just put that doofus on the radio. 651-461-9226. We know what Independence Day is, right? It's right in the name. So this survey from Cato Institute looked at all sorts of stuff. And, some of it is really good, I think. I think we get this idea because of social media that people hate America. Or people don't. 86% in this survey are grateful to be Americans. Even 79% are proud to be Americans, which I found sort of surprising, right? Because
I thought that number was high.
Yeah. Sometimes I just wonder if we're over influenced by the people who think about stuff too hard?
Well, everybody talks about the loudest voices you hear
Right.
are on the extreme sides. They're not in the middle. They're not the people that quote unquote use common sense. And I just thought that Independence Day was just a great day to get a deal on a mattress. Isn't that what Independence Day is all about?
That's Memorial Day.
Oh,
I think that's Memorial Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with presidents. Is that President's Day too?
I think a lot of people think that the 4th of July is when we first became a country. And
yes.
And
I could see the confusion with
or
that.
like the Constitution.
Yeah.
So here were the options. And this is the question, which is so painful. To the best of your knowledge, which of the following best describes what America's 250th anniversary commemorates? So maybe this question's a little tricky, right? Because they're not saying what is the 4th of July? What is the 250th anniversary? Is it the Pilgrims landing at Plymouth Rock? Is it the ratification of the U.S. Constitution? Is it the victory in the Revolutionary War? Is it the first U.S. presidential election? Or is it the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, or are you not sure? 23% were not sure. Do you think they just got scared, like taking the survey, or do you think they really are like, you know what?
I mean, that's a loaded question.
I don't know.
You don't, like you said, you don't want to look like a doofus when you're like, oh, it's 250
Right?
years
You're on the
since something
spot.
happened.
You got the Cato Institute up in your business. Like
Yeah.
you don't want.
You don't want that. No.
Nobody wants that.
No. Think tanks go away, please. We're okay.
23% were not sure. 1% selected the founding of Jamestown. Now, those folks are thinking way too hard about the question, right?
Yeah.
Oh, who could forget every year on July 4th when we celebrate the founding of Jamestown? Now, when was the first U.S. presidential election? Do you know?
So we fought the Civil War or the Revolutionary War until 1783 was when the Constitution was ratified, I believe. I want to say it was probably.
This is good. You're in the right. You're right on the right track. The Constitution was ratified on June 21st, 1788.
Okay.
But that's very close. I would give you that point. I'm a generous grader.
Thank you. I need all the points.
You're in the
I
right
can get.
decade. You're in the right decade. I think that's better than I would have gotten on the guess.
I would guess it'd be basically the 88 year,
Yeah,
1788.
88, 89.
Yeah.
Yep. Now,
And
do you
then-
know who won the first election? I'm afraid to ask America that. I'm afraid to ask. Because I think some people, I can see if you were an overthinker, you'd be
Yes.
like, well, George Washington was probably appointed the first president. No, he was elected.
Yeah.
But
Just say the dude on the quarter. Just say the dude on the quarter.
now, in fairness, he was unanimously elected, and it wasn't a popular vote.
It was probably was it a vote of the more the founding fathers, the people that were making, ratified the Constitution and because that if I remember correctly, that's what the
I think that's
founding
right.
fathers were looking for. They were looking for a group of elites
Right.
to lead and not necessarily all the people
They did have some popular vote, but what I'm reading says the first presidential election had a single-digit percentage of the adult population voting, because how do you even let people know what's going on? How do you gather? I mean, it was very, very different. But yes, it was like presidential. It was an electoral college.
Was this
essentially.
before the days of carrier pigeon?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had those yet. So the percentage of people who correctly identify that America's 250th anniversary is the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. It's why ABC last night was airing Independence Day on TV. The adoption of the Declaration 53% got it wrong. Right. Got it right. Which also says about half of America have no idea. Now, if you look at age, so if you ask the old folks, the 65 plus, the crowd I like to call my people, old people know what's up. Is it because they were alive earlier, closer to the ratification of the Declaration of Independence?
Someone probably went to high school with George Washington.
That's exactly right. 72% of the olds got it right. 55 to 64, you dropped to 63%. My demo, how old are you?
I'm 46.
All right, so we're in this 45 to 54.
Yep.
Only 45% of us got it right. You drop down to the 30-year-olds. Actually, the 30-year-olds did better. They're closer to when they took government class, maybe 46%. Now you go to the 18 to 29-year-olds, just 39%. Like that's just, and what's funny, a smaller percentage of that group said not sure. So that group was more confidently incorrect. Which tracks.
That's the name of 2026. Be confident with your chest out, even if you're wrong.
That's what I should call my podcast. Confidently incorrect. Maybe that's what we should have named this show.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that actually.
Instead of Drive Time with DeRusha, Confidently Incorrect would be a better name, perhaps. It's all right. Like I guess I don't get that worked up about it. I do think like if you are old, it's a good opportunity when you're, and I mean this with love. I'm old. Like, my gosh. 50. How old? I don't even remember how old I am. 51. I think at your Independence Day gathering, have a fun little trivia question, right? Ask people if they know. And then you can inform them. And then they learn a little something. And then you go back to drinking.
They ain't got time. They busy people. There's an extended holiday weekend.
Can't you get the grandkids around?
They up at the cabin.
I bet the grandkids
on
know.
the water. They ain't got time.
You may be right. I think the grandkids probably know. It's the millennial and Gen Z parents.
Well, see, here's the problem though. Aren't civics classes basically non-existent in school today?
No, I think Minnesota still, like my kids had to take Minnesota studies.
Okay.
So they learned all sorts of stuff about this state that I didn't know. It's kind of cool.
That's why I keep hearing that people need to retake civics classes or take civics classes, and then not enough out there.
I wouldn't mind like auditing a history class. Like I don't want to do the test. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the homework, but I'd like to sit in and learn some stuff. That's my interest. Let's break in a minute. A lot of you texting in. I was curious if people were working or not working today. Because it's kind of confusing when you have a holiday on a Saturday. Don't you feel you get robbed a little bit when the holiday is on a Saturday? Now, some people have a floating holiday. Some people are working.
See, this is the thing here. My full-time job, I'm off today. Full-time job, we're off.
Oh.
But this is my part-time job.
Yeah, here you are.
We ain't off on the part-time.
Right. And I mean, I feel sort of stupid being here today. But now that I say that, I feel sort of stupid being here every day, so that's fine. But I feel a little dumb, like, why didn't I just take the day off? Am I forcing you to be here? But you would have to be here to play, like, pre-recorded garbage.
I'd have to, trust me, we're filling in for people that are like, ha, 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 sucker.
Right. Yes. Well, rest assured, this is live, this is local, this is all brand new bad takes from me on Drive Time with DeRusha.
Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Ins 8-1 exclusions apply.
Jason here for my friends at Tureen Dermatology. They are enjoying a day off today, but good skincare never takes a day off. Protecting your skin from harmful UV rays, do not take a day off from that. Tureen Dermatology is shining a light on UV Safety Month. That's what July is. And it's because it's obvious, right? The angle of the sun is coming right at you. We love this beautiful summer weather. And here in Minnesota, we tend to get out, enjoy it. And my dermatologist, Dr. Mohiba Tureen, wants you to enjoy it, but she wants you to wear a hat. She wants you to wear that proper sunscreen. And she wants you to make an appointment for a full body skin checkup. I go every year. I see Dr. Tureen in Roseville. They do that full body skin checkup just to make sure none of your marks or moles change shape, size, color, so they can spot skin cancer before it becomes an issue. Tureen Dermatology has locations all over the place. They're in Roseville. They're in Faribault, Maplewood, Monticello, Hudson, Eagan, Farmington, Lakeville, Lindstrom, Sandstone, Osceola. How about that? They are all over the place, and they're growing because they want to get new patients in within 2 weeks. You don't have to wait. You do not have to wait. And you don't have to wait for the holiday weekend to be over either. Request an appointment. Do it today. Online at Tureen, Tareen, dermatology.com. Summer is here and you need more room for your kids or grandkids and all their stuff. It's Jason DeRusha for Luther Kia of Bloomington. We're in the middle of the summer sticker sales event. 0% on all Sportages and Sorrentos. Specially marked vehicles have $750 bonus cash too. Best cars for the money on the market. It's not just me saying it. It's U.S. News and World Report. Check out their brand new facility. Luther Kia of Bloomington now open at 35W and 494. Luther Kia of Bloomington.com.
Chad here for Aquarius. Let's all get the water you and your family deserve and have worry-free water flowing through your home. That's why I work with Aquarius. They are an independent Connecticut dealer. What a deal right now. $500 off when you trade in your old water softener, when you trade up to Connecticut's whole water treatment system. I've had one since 1993, company run since 87. Great company, AquariusHomeservices.com.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
All right, let's do it. Chris Schaefer's forecast for this Friday, July 3rd. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. The low 68. Tomorrow, the chance of showers is in the morning and during the day and should move out by the evening. Fireworks should be fine, but, well, you know, you'll have to listen to CCO and check that radar tomorrow to see what's popping. Right now, nothing on the radar. Oh, the high tomorrow, 81. Sunday looks perfect, by the way. Absolutely perfect. 83, the high. Right now in downtown Minneapolis, where Taste of Minnesota is just about to open, it's 85 on CCO.
This is Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Baby, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when we fight, and I like it when you mean. We don't have to get into what that says about me or shut it. Baby, I love it. I love it.
It is the wedding of the decade. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and the coverage has been sort of hilarious. But I was thinking about this today. If you got invited to that wedding, like, do you bring a check for $100 or like $200? Like, what do you get? What is in the envelope that you drop into? I assume Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will have like the usual wedding gift box. Probably like her cousin made it. It's shaped like a cat or like, and there's a big slot in the top and you drop in the present. You drop in the card. Now, Taylor Swift, she's into numbers. So maybe you bring like her lucky number. I believe, J-Lo, her lucky number is 13.
I believe that's correct, yes.
So you could do a check for $169, 13 times 13. You could do like a 13 times 2, 26. It feels like it would be a challenging wedding to bring a gift for. What about a soup ladle? You bring a soup ladle. Like they probably need some new stuff for their kitchen,
Something tells me they're okay with
I don't
stuff
know.
for the kitchen. Just saying. I don't know what you would get them because Taylor Swift has a gob load of money and Travis Kelce has about a half gob load of money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you would get them. I have no clue.
If you have an idea, 651-461-9226. I would be tempted to get them nothing. And the BBC reports that on the invitation, it said, no gift. No gift. It's a no gift policy. But you know what a no gift policy is when you get invited to a wedding? It's a test. It's a test. They want a gift. If you don't get a gift, look, I still remember which one of I had an aunt, an uncle, another aunt and uncle, and a cousin. All 5 of them gave me $20 for a wedding gift. Not each, combined $20. This was 28 years ago, and I'm still pissed. So I'm just saying. Card DeSharks coming up.
Smart conversations are just better when more smart people join in. Hey, that's your cue. Call the CCO Talk and Text line, 651-461-9226.
And the match is about to begin. Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight. What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field. It's a dog, but they could do with extra players. She's going for the ball. Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Continental Diamond time check. It is 3:59. Time to get to ContinentalDiamond.com to check out their unbelievable selection of pre-owned luxury timepieces. Family-owned.
More than just news. It's the why behind the headlines. News Talk 830 WCCO.
1029 HD2, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Severson, a federal appeals court clears the way for the Trump administration to get the immediate replacement of the slavery exhibit in Philadelphia. The city is appealing. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Critics have said that the administration aims to whitewash and censor the site, removing the images of the beating and shooting of enslaved black men. Critics say it's offensive for the new panels to highlight George Washington's apparent discomfort with slavery and his claim in writing that his servants had a modicum of autonomy in Philadelphia.
The court said the new panels that would go up are full of history and acknowledge the evils of slavery. Police in Dearborn, Michigan, are investigating a shooting at a shopping mall at Fairlane Town Center. This employee at one of the stores says he heard the shots.
When that commotion started and gunshots, everybody panicked and started running.
No word from Dearborn police about casualties yet. Heat is one problem for millions today. Forecasters say there could be violent storms in the Midwest, extending to the East Coast, New York, Philly, and Baltimore into tomorrow. Defining patriotism as something more than just loving your country and pretending it's without flaws, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani, marking America's 250th.
At every moment in our past, those who led through exclusion and isolation have tried to win power and enrich themselves by turning us against one another. Division is the oldest trick in politics and the cheapest. But time and again, including 250 years ago, Those forces of division have been vanquished by the forces of progress.
Months after Belgium's diamond industry won the removal of U.S. tariffs on diamond imports, that industry gifted a giant diamond ring to President Trump. In honor of America's 250th, it contains 321 diamonds, 56 sapphires, 13 emeralds, and 6 rubies. You're listening to ABC News.
Minnesota's trusted voice, every hour. Let's get you caught up with what's happening now on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Mostly cloudy, 86 degrees at 4:02. I'm Laura Oakes. An investigation is underway following the discovery of a decomposed body in West St. Paul. The remains were found near Wentworth Avenue East this morning. Police saying the victim is male and is in an advanced state of decomposition. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office is working to confirm his identity and determine the cause of death. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them. The Minneapolis Police Union is contesting the firing of an officer earlier this year over a racially insensitive social media post. 46-year-old Joseph Klimek liked a Facebook post calling for a murder suspect who is Black to be lynched. That's according to recently released disciplinary records and an internal affairs investigation. The incident followed more than 20 complaints against Klimek, a history of misconduct, and multiple suspensions. Klimek also pled guilty last year to an amended charge relating to the malicious punishment of a child. He is on 2 years of supervised probation. The gates just opened to this year's Taste of Minnesota Festival in downtown Minneapolis, and that is where we find WCCO's Taylor Rivera, who apparently found some folks who brought their appetites, Taylor.
That's right, Laura. I'm here on the corner of Nicollet Mall and Washington Avenue, where the line of people waiting to get into this Taste of Minnesota is growing, featuring more than 100 local food vendors. And the people I spoke to in line say they're hungry.
I'm really excited to eat, get a good taste of Minnesota. Everybody should come out if you can.
And what are you looking forward to eating in there?
Right now I have a sweet tooth.
Jamaican food.
Ooh, and what types of Jamaican food shared with me?
Patties, jerk chicken.
Here to do the food rush, and then we've got other plans for the rest of the evening. There will also be no shortage of live performances tonight, with scheduled appearances from artists The Bad Bad Hats, The Dillinger Four, and Policia. Organizers are expecting over 120,000 total guests tonight at the free event. Live in downtown Minneapolis, I'm Taylor Rivera, News Talk 830 WCCO.
Thanks, Taylor. From fireworks to leftovers, the 4th of July could be costly for pets if proper precautions aren't taken. The Bond Between Executive Director Rachel Maros says most people don't think about how simple things could hurt your pet over this noisy weekend.
Tinfoil, I've had animals eat tinfoil because of all the good, juices in there.
Yeah.
So just make sure that before your animals are out exploring your yard in the morning, you're out there finding whatever could hurt them and getting that put away and thrown
And she
away.
says it's important to scan your yard for any fireworks debris as well. WCCO News Times, 4:05.
B&M Tree Services, certified arborists offering tree trimming, storm cleanup, and full tree removal with professional service at prices you can afford. Call 1-800-569-9034 or visit bnmtree.com. Trusted, professional, reliable.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
Brought to you by B&M Tree Service. Mostly cloudy for the rest of the afternoon. Still could see some scattered showers in the area, high of 86. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible as well. Overnight low 68. And then for tomorrow, the 4th of July, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible all day, moving out by the evening with a high of 81. Sunday looks like the best day of the weekend, partly cloudy, 83. Right now, it's mostly cloudy, 86 at News Talk 830 WCCO.
No one knows the state of the state like we do. News Talk 830 WCCO.
Drive Time with DeRusha, ready to rock. We've got Twins pregame on the air tonight at 5:30. So the Twins are on at 5:30, so we're out of here a half hour early. I'm going to go down to the Taste of Minnesota. I think my wife's going to come over here. She's working today. Laura, you're working. Jonathan Lowe working. Dan Cook, Dead to us. Dead to us. He abandoned us. Why? Let's see. Why can't I turn that on? We got Laura's mic?
There we go.
No.
It's not working.
We got tough times. How about no? For whatever reason, it's not letting me push the button here.
Can we try this one?
J-Lo.
J-Lo. There we go.
Yeah,
I'll just stand across the room, Jason. That's okay.
It's a holiday weekend. Why shouldn't everything work?
Microphone number 3 is apparently off. Is that right?
Looks like
not working.
Let's give me a
Maybe
second.
it's not on your board. If you find number 3, you can. I think it's number 3. There's a piece of tape on it that says 3. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm an old TV guy. I don't know how this stuff works. Anyway, while we mess around with this, how about somebody call in? We need 2 contestants to play Minnesota's fastest. Oh, we got you there. We did it. You did it, buddy. Look at that.
Yes.
That was
Good
excellent.
job, J-Lo.
That
was
Thank
excellent.
you very much.
Thank you for the patronizing. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's go. I need contestants at 651-461-9226. We're playing for a gift card at Jester Concepts Restaurant. So you could use it at Butcher and the Boar. You could use it at Parlor. You could use it at the new Revival. And the new Parlor, they just actually, July 3rd, I think they just reopened Parlor. So Parlor in the North Loop was closed for a couple days. They gave it a zhuzh.
Okay.
Because it's been open for 13 years and never got like a redo.
A deep clean, a
A deep clean, a little paint,
refresh.
a little refresh, a
Nice.
little layout, hopefully to make things a little easier for the bartenders who are working there.
Good.
Because what they envisioned for that place 13 years ago was not as busy as it's been.
Popular place.
Yes. So the winner of Card DeSharks will get a $50 gift card they can use at any of those Jester Concept restaurants or Rustica bakeries. I'm a big fan of Rustica. Great coffee, great baked goods. And they're in Wayzata now. They got a Rustica, and they got a couple restaurants at Excelsior. So all over the place. It looks like we got our contestants, though. Nate and Wally are on the line and ready to go. So let's play America's fastest growing afternoon carb-related game. It's Card DeSharks. I was actually watching vintage Card DeSharks on TV last night. As we approach our semi-quincentennial, whether you're a boomer or a millennial. Happy birthday, America, from near and from far. On this weekend, we salute you and all that you are for whatever your position and whatever your station. We are all a part of the Card DeSharks Nation on Card Sharks. Very nice. Kristen Olsen coming through.
Yes.
She did give me a bit of a challenge, making me say semi-quincentennial.
Yeah. You did it. You did it.
Did okay.
Yeah.
I've been practicing all day. Nate is in Blaine. Nate, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling. Happy Independence Day. How are you going to celebrate this weekend, Nate?
Well, hopefully with a win to Card DeSharks. Maybe third time's the charm.
Whoa.
This is going to be, I can feel it. I can feel it. Do they have fireworks in Blaine this weekend, or what are the festivities up there?
Yeah, I think National Sports Center will have theirs tomorrow night, and that's typically the big one that we go to.
Nice. Yep. Free admission, free parking over there. I spent a lot of my life at the National Sports Center.
Soccer field.
Sitting in
Yes,
lawn
me
chairs
too.
watching those kids.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Although I a little bit miss it.
Mm-hmm.
I a little bit miss it. Only a little bit.
Do you, though?
Only a little bit, Nate. I tell you, when they have that big Target USA Cup, it's going to be 100 degrees for part of it. That's for sure. All right, stand by.
Definitely.
Nate, say hello to Wally in Hastings. Hey, Wally.
Hey, Wally.
Wally,
hey, I'm doing good.
How do they celebrate the 4th of July in Hastings? Are there big fireworks down there?
Well, first they have a short parade, and then they have fireworks at the country club. Yep.
Nice. Fireworks. The parade starts. It's a nighttime parade, huh? 7:00 at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. I love all this stuff. I love the small town festival. I love the community fireworks where everybody comes out. I just think it's so much fun.
Me too.
Pretty-
Aren't you a grand marshal in something this year?
This year, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my star has faded. Yeah.
Oh.
Sad but true. You just have to know, like, sometimes it's your time and sometimes not. And it ain't it now.
You might need to expand your radius a little bit.
Maybe.
You know?
We were reminiscing on the air the other day. I, as a young reporter, I got invited to be in a golf cart parade, which I thought was going to be a big parade. I'm like, how adorable. Like a town has a bunch of golf carts, but it was like a trailer park. I was at a golf cart parade in a mobile home community.
Yes.
That was going to be my question. What is the minimum size of population you need to grand marshal a parade? Do you have a minimum limit?
These days, I do have a minimum limit, but year after year, the limit gets smaller. So
if your town has no less than 25,000 people, do not call.
I mean, a homeowners association parade is probably a little too small for me to drive to your parade. You know what I mean? All right, Nate and Wally, I've created specific questions related to our 250th anniversary and Independence Day and that whole weekend. So our questions are themed today. And the way we play this game is that we start with Nate. And Nate, I'll ask you a question that is an answer between 0 and 100. Wally will say higher or lower, and then we got the cards. The cards have been dealt out. Laura is here to flip the cards over, and if you want to watch our game, you can, as we're streaming live on YouTube and on the WCCO Radio Facebook page. Okay, Nate in Blaine, first question to you. America's 250th celebrates the historic day in 1776 when the Second Continental Congress formally adopted the Declaration of Independence. How many delegates signed the Declaration of Independence? I did not. I don't think this is extremely common knowledge, so I thought it would be a fun question. We know John Hancock, but how many people, how many delegates signed the Declaration of Independence?
I think it was 52.
52, says Nate. Who was your favorite signer of the?
I'm a fan of Hamilton.
You're a Hamilton fan. Yeah. Hamilton did not actually sign the Declaration of Independence, though. I'm sorry. Benjamin Harrison, okay. Yes. William Hooper, sure. Wally, I bet you're a fan of Elbridge Gerry, aren't you? He's one of your favorite.
Oh, sure.
Ben Franklin.
Oh, sure.
Ben Franklin signed.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah. He was pretty good. Sam Adams, John Adams, both of the Adamses signed.
How about Thomas Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson is correct. Yes, he signed as well. Thomas Jefferson was only 33 when he signed that. Isn't that kind of funny when you think about today's politicians and we look at a 33-year-old and sort of think like, what does this kid know about politics? Yeah. Thomas Jefferson, 33. They sort of looked at him back then, though, also like, what does this kid know about politics?
Wow.
He had to go away to France, right, to be an ambassador to France before he came back. Yep. Yeah. All right, enough of this ridiculousness. Wally, Nate said 52 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Do you think it's higher or lower?
Higher.
The actual number? Higher, yep. Says Wally. The actual number of people who signed the Declaration of Independence is 56. It is just a little higher. Nate, very good. But Wally, you get it right, and you get control of the board. Do you want the blue cards or the red cards, Wally?
Well, let's go with the blue.
All right, blue cards on the bottom. Laura is ready to flip them over, and your first card is a 9. Not a great opener. You won the question, Wally, so you can change that card if you wish. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'd like to change it.
All right, Wally's going to change that 9, and it becomes a 5. That's a better card. What do you say, Wally? Higher or low? Is it better? Maybe it's the same. Higher or lower than a 5, Wally?
Higher.
Higher than a 5. It is a jack. It is higher than a 5. And now you're cooking, Wally. 3 more cards to turn, separating you and that $50 gift card. Higher, lower, or do you want to freeze on the jack?
Let's go lower.
Lower than a jack. Laura flips it. It is an 8. It is lower than a jack. But that 8 can be pesky. What do you want to do with that 8, Wally? You do have the ability to freeze, which keeps Nate from having a free shot at the cards if you get it wrong.
Yeah, let's freeze.
All right, we freeze, and the next question goes to Wally. Wally, how many words are in the Pledge of Allegiance? How many words are in the Pledge of Allegiance? Wally, 0 to 100. What do you think? No counting. No counting. I don't want you saying it and counting it.
36.
36, says Wally. Nate, what do you think? Higher or lower than 36?
Higher.
Nate says higher. The actual number of words in the Pledge of Allegiance. Laura just counted to check my work.
I started counting and then I got confused with my hands.
The actual number of words is 31.
Oh.
It's a little lower. And Wally, more good news for you. We are going to find out what Wally's going to do, though, in just a minute. We're going to take a break. Wally's on an 8. I have a feeling he's going to change that card. We'll find out as we have Wally and Nate. Great Independence Day themed card DeSharks going on. Rebecca Jarvis from ABC News is in town to cover America's 250th birthday from her hometown. She'll be joining us in studio in just a bit here on CCO.
This is Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
And now a no-frills ad brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Here it is. You can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's it. See? Just a good old-fashioned, straightforward ad. See if you can save at Progressive.com.
Jason here with a chance for you to achieve independence. Independence from the crushing nightmare that is the real estate market. Chris Lindahl has a solution for you. It's Jason from my friend Chris Lindahl, Minnesotan, grew up here, one of us, built his business here, and is so excited to be helping you get freedom from the oppression that is the unpredictable housing market. Now, yes, there are some neighborhoods where you should probably sell your house the old-fashioned way, where demand is high, where you don't have to worry about somebody flaking out at the last minute, where you don't have to worry about real estate and mortgage rates going up, going down, people backing out, all sorts of challenges that people face. But for a lot of us, the smarter way to go is the guaranteed cash offer. It offloads all the stress, all the unpredictability to my friend Chris. Now, you might have questions, right? Because the guaranteed cash offer makes perfect sense if you need money quickly. Maybe you inherited a house. Maybe there's a death in the family. Maybe there's a divorce or a job change or whatever. But if you're someone who might be inclined to go on the open market, check out with Chris first. ChrisLindahl.com, top of the page, free smart seller guide. Put in your info, see if it makes sense. If it doesn't, no problem. List on the open market. But if you want a break from stress, from pressure, if you want independence from paying realtor commission, get to ChrisLindahl.com.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's.
Argentina arrives as defending champions, anchored by its aging but peerless creative forward, the greatest of his generation. Behind him, a disciplined midfield and explosive wide attackers make them a threat from every angle.
This summer, your passport isn't required. Welcome to Summer in Tokyo at P.F. Chang's. Inspired by the color and energy of Tokyo's vibrant sushi scene, these limited-time creations bring bold flavors in every bite. Discover new sushi rolls, steak tataki, and lobster and prawn fried rice inspired by one of the world's most exciting food destinations. Cruise through Tokyo, one roll at a time aboard our sushi boat with wave after sushi wave of unforgettable taste. Summer in Tokyo at P.F. Chang's. Your journey to Tokyo starts here.
Summer is here and you need more room for your kids or grandkids and all their stuff. It's Jason DeRusha for Luther Kia of Bloomington. We're in the middle of the summer sticker sales event. 0% on all Sportages and Sorrentos. Specially marked vehicles have $750 bonus cash too. Best cars for the money on the market. It's not just me saying it. It's U.S. News and World Report. Check out their brand new facility. Luther Kia of Bloomington, now open at 35W and 494. Luther Kia of Bloomington.com.
You're listening to Drive Time with DeRusha.
What's my favorite thing to
It is one of my 2 or 3 favorite things to do, whether it's in the office, it's in town.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing better.
On News Talk 830 WCCO.
All right, Card DeSharks in effect. Got two great contestants, Wally and Hastings and Nate and Blaine. To prepare for Card DeSharks, I was watching old Card DeSharks, real Card Sharks episodes with this great music with not my favorite host.
Who is the host?
So Bob Eubanks was the host in the 80s. He was kind of sexist and mean.
Oh, they all were.
But it was the 80s. Yes, it was different. I know. I feel like Jim Perry was the host, the original host.
Okay.
And I think Jim was a little nicer. Bob Eubanks, I thought, was a little bit of a prick.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa. The bottom line is it made me feel like a nicer human. When I watch Bob Eubanks, I'm like, oh, I'm nicer than that guy.
That's okay. He didn't kiss your sister like Richard Dawson
Wow,
did.
that is true. That is
right.
Old game shows, like it's pretty fun. They're all on like the sub channel, like channel 9-4 or something. It's like buzzer. So pretty good stuff for me. All right, Nate and Wally. Wally, you won the last question. You're on an 8. You have the ability to change that card if you'd like. What do you say, Wally?
Yes, change.
Yeah, get rid of the 8, and Laura replaces it with a 6. A better change. Not still dangerous. But what do you want to do, Wally? Higher or lower than a 6?
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It is another 6. Oh no. That is that happened on the show last night too. I'm like, oh boy. Nate, you get a free shot at the board now because poor Wally pushed into the double 6. So Nate, your first card is a 5.
I had a 6 and they gave me a 6.
Yeah,
you got
we're gonna go higher, Jason.
All right, Nate goes higher than a 5. It is a king. It is higher, and off we go. Higher, lower than a king.
We'll go lower.
Lower than a king. It is an 8, and now you face the choice, Nate. Do you want to lock it up and freeze on the 8, or do you want to roll the dice here?
That's all right. Wally's got 3 cards right now.
You're both exactly tied up with 2 to turn.
And we need 4.
Just 2 more to go, so total of 5.
2 more.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and keep playing. I'm gonna go higher.
All right, I like it. Higher than an 8. It is a queen. It is higher. And oh, Nate the gambler, is he about to break his 3 losing streak? Nate, for $50 at Jester Concepts, higher or lower than a queen?
We're gonna go lower.
Lower than a queen. It is a deuce, and you got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Finally. Yay.
Nate. Woo. I was nervous for you on that queen. You'd never know.
I know. The last 2 times I've gotten pushes, just like Wally. So sorry, Wally.
Wally, you ran into. Sometimes when that happens, I say, what are the odds? But I actually think the odds are very simple for someone to predict, right? It's 3 out of 51 or something. Or, well, you had 3 cards pulled. So I don't know. Someone smarter than me can do the math. But Wally, you ran into a raw deal there. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Well, that's fine.
You're a good contestant, Wally. Have a great weekend. Nate, stay on the line. Jonathan's going to get your information, and we'll get that gift card out to you next week when everybody's back in the office. Pretty good. That was fun.
That was fun.
Laura,
good contestants.
Very good. Thank you, Laura.
You
One
bet.
more news update from Laura coming your way at 5 o'clock. We've got Twins baseball on the air here on CCO coming up at 5:30. The Twins are in New York City to take on the Yankees, and playing the Yankees is always a bit of a pain in the neck. But I was texting with my son who lives in Manhattan, and the current temperature in New York City is 101 degrees. So that is going to be miserable at Yankee Stadium tonight, to say the least. Woof. And certainly in Washington, D.C., where that America 250 party has been going on, the heat index, Texter says, is currently 113 degrees. Woo! Oh, my goodness. At the top of the hour of last hour, we asked people what gift you would give to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. If you were invited to the wedding, which I assume my son Seth, being in New York, I assume he's going. What would you give the most famous person in the world, probably, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? One texter says, for a gift, I would put a note in my card that said I made a donation to a certain charity, and I would pick one of the charities they support. That's nice. Another says, if I'm going to a wedding for anyone that makes over $1 million, I'm not bringing a gift. My presence is my present. Another texter says, what size toaster would be best? What is the best wedding present that you guys ever received? 651-461-9226. Let's fill up the text line. We'll talk about that with our friend Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News chief economics correspondent. She is in her hometown of Minneapolis to cover the America 250 celebration. She's doing it from the Taste of Minnesota, and nice enough to come in and visit with us on this Friday, July 3rd. Drive Time with DeRusha coming right back here on CCL.
Drive Time with DeRusha is fueled by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Go see Dan Dingman and the crew today, or always online at lutherkiaofbloomington.com.
John, Kim, based on your current budget, I recommend cutting back on unnecessary luxuries. Like what? Groceries beyond bread and water, gas above half a tank, streaming channels that don't have the show The Pit, and pretty much name brand anything.
Whoa, but what about Twins tickets?
Oh, those are fine. I mean, they're free with Twins Ticket Tuesday on CCO.
Okay.
Your portfolio may be struggling. Your summer doesn't have to. No interest, no payments, just baseball with Twins Ticket Tuesday on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Could you help me carry some of this stuff?
A half a gallon of soda, 6 boxes of candy? What's going on?
Movie night at Barufka's.
I thought we were going out.
Not when we have the best seat in the house with our M-Series seating solution.
It's not really the same thing.
It's better. The M-Series combines comfort and convenience with available dual cup holders and wireless, clutterless AC and USB charging ports.
Available as a recliner, reclining sofa, or full theater configuration.
Crafted in Indiana, the 3-piece reclining theater configuration is Craftsman direct priced from $66.12 or $276 a month for 24 months. Now sit down and enjoy the next feature on my cell phone.
Oh, Jim. Barufka's, no gimmicks, haggling, or hard to understand pricing.
Showrooms in Woodbury, Burnsville, and Minnetonka.
Barufka's.
Decidedly, well, you get the picture.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services has been providing compassionate and personalized service for over 160 years. Honor your loved one and ensure your own wishes are met. Call 612-377-2203 or visit washburnmccreevy.com.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
Weather. Let's do it. Brought to you by Washburn McCreevy Funeral, Cremation, and Pre-Planning Services. We love Bill McCreevy. Thanks for your support tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, but I'm not seeing much on the radar. We've had a little of this kind of pop-up activity, so just be aware of it, but nothing major that I see. Tonight's low is 68. Tomorrow, 81. Same sort of scattered risk. It's been like this all week. Sunday looks like a gem, 83 degrees. Your 4th of July fireworks at night should also be just fine. The storm threat moves out after the day. Right now, taste of Minnesota, downtown Minneapolis. It's mostly sunny, 85 on CC.
Your daily detour into sharper conversation. Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Well, let's move the off-air conversation to on the air. Rebecca Jarvis is with us. ABC News. She essentially lives in Minneapolis now.
I do. It's great to see you, Jason.
It's great to see you. I love your work, but we just love you. You're such a great person and so kind to come and spend some time with us today.
I love spending time with you guys, and I'm so happy to be back here for the 4th of July.
So you're here part of the massive ABC extravaganza coverage of America's 250th anniversary, which, look, pretty cool to be a part. This is one of those moments that unfortunately has become a little political, right? But you think America, I don't know. I was one for the bicentennial, and you sort of wonder, like, that also was after sort of a tumultuous time, right? It was after Vietnam, it was after Watergate, but America came together to celebrate 200. I hope that this weekend America will come together and just be grateful for this amazing country.
It is an amazing country. And, all this year we have been covering every single state in the country since July of last year. And we've gone to all 50 of them and done a little history on Good Morning America each and every week. And I think we just finished it out this morning with Alaska and Hawaii. And I think what you see is how diverse this country is, how much people care about their communities, how neighbors come together. And that's why I'm excited to be back in Minnesota, because Minneapolis was my home for the first 18 years of my life. And the taste of Minnesota started right around the time I was a little baby. And I just want to shine a light on that because it's fun. And I think it's important to show that spirit.
Do you remember going to Taste of Minnesota? It was probably at the state capitol back in that time.
I
right?
do remember. My mom worked at the Pioneer Press. So she was in St. Paul. And I remember going to the state capitol.
Gail Marks Jarvis.
Gail Marks Jarvis, for anyone who wants to know. My great mom and my dad, Jim Jarvis, also, they just really leaned into anything that was free and an opportunity.
Right. Yes, my parents do.
And an opportunity to be out and about with our friends in the community. And I grew up in Northeast Minneapolis near Boom Island Park. Of course, the fireworks were often at Boom Island.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid, we had our house with our garage and our driveway in Northeast Minneapolis, which it's pretty normal here in Minnesota, but in New York, people are like, wait, you can have a house and a garage in the city. But yeah, all of our family would come and park in our driveway and around our block in our cul-de-sac to go see the fireworks at Boom Island. So it's every time I'm back here, and I've been back a lot this last month, the memories just come flooding back. Lots of pictures in my head of childhood here.
Isn't it funny? There is something about the 4th of July weekend that I think there are certain holidays that trigger like intense memories. And
Yes.
for me, the 4th of July, I mean, I can picture, I grew up in suburban Chicago, but I can picture riding my bike from my house and putting like the little streamers on it and riding it to the community parade. That was probably a mile from our house. And my parents, I can picture the rickety like lawn chair that they'd be sitting at and the blanket and the whole bit. And there is something about these moments that even like whatever's going on in the world, these things are constant, right? All around Minnesota this weekend, people are going to the cabin, they're going to those parades, they're going to fireworks. I find there's something reassuring about that.
Absolutely. It's like a birthday. I mean, it is legitimately America's 250th birthday, but I think when you think about your own birthdays, there are always these moments of reflection, of thinking back, of thinking how far you've come, of things you hope that you can accomplish in the year ahead. And I do think that is part of what this moment is. And I'm very happy that ABC and Disney have made this commitment to shine a light on the entire country and at such a pivotal moment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Rebecca Jarvis from ABC News is with us in studio. You know, this is a big effort. I think people don't realize, like, people have vacations and people like to mount.
What vacations,
yes,
Jason?
News people don't. Your producer is in here with you.
Maddie O'Callahan, huge shout out to her.
Maddie gets no vacation.
Nope.
But this is part of the network news lifestyle.
This is what we signed up for.
But like, I think also about the technical crew.
Huge.
Where like those women and men didn't necessarily sign up to be working on all the holidays, but they're coming together to make this. And this is a multi-platform broadcast, as everything is now streaming. It's on Hulu,
Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN Plus and every ABC affiliate across the country. Here in Minnesota, that's KSTP.
Yep.
So we got lots of friends at KSTP. Shout out to them. They introduced me, by the way, Jason, to my favorite croissant, which is Diane Mua's croissant.
Diane Mua's, yes.
From
We talked
Diane's
about that
place.
over here as well. Like back when you were on the croissant.
They know what I like. They know I like food. And there's a trend here. Taste of Minnesota, Diane Mua's croissants. So yeah.
Diane Mua's croissant, pretty solid, right? World
out of
class.
this world. Because they did a segment with me where they were asking what's better, croissants in New York or Minnesota. At the time, I had not tried her croissant.
Sure.
So I said New York.
And there are
But I have been
world-class
corrected.
bakeries in New York, but
There are, but she's
Diane's
special.
in it. Yeah. Rebecca Jarvis is with us, Minneapolis native, here to cover the taste of Minnesota, sort of, but you're really...
It's a taste of Minnesota. It's a taste of what's happening in the country on July 4th. And so me and my colleagues, there's truly, you mentioned, this is a monumental undertaking. So there are truly hundreds of people committed to this. But I was just talking to my friend Gio Benitez. He's another ABC News correspondent and the
name
anchor of-
dropping, just name dropping.
I got
now.
it because I truly just got off the phone with Gio and he's in Maine. And I mean, Maine is one place, but I truly just got off the phone with him. We've got people all over the country for this. And
now David Muir
is in New York.
He is climbing the Empire State Building for this, right?
Yes, but not like those Empire State Building climbers from a few days ago.
There's
He's
not
doing
going to be a
it
big
safely.
proposal? He's not doing a proposal?
He's going to do it very safely. And there's an incredible light show. Deborah Roberts was on. I came straight from New York here, Jason. And so I was anchoring Good Morning America this morning with Michael Strahan and George Stephanopoulos. And Deborah Roberts was on the show because she just did a flight that, an incredible flight, basically straight past all of the major monuments in New York. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
When you reflect, Rebecca, on the American story, you cover the economy, you get to meet the innovators, you get to also understand the struggles of average Americans. The economy is all of that, right? It's the good, it's the bad, it's the ups and the downs. When you think about your American story, I mean, what for you stands out?
You're talking about me personally?
Just you, yeah.
Well, for me, I do think a lot about community, and growing up in Northeast Minneapolis, my neighborhood, Michael Rainville, some people will know that name, Michael Rainville and JD Pride and the Anderson family. Hopefully some of them are listening right now. But my point is, it was a community and everyone took care of each other. And that was instilled in me from a really young age. We would clean our boulevards. We had block parties. We were together in it. And I do think that sense of coming together, taking care, not expecting purely that it was all just going to be done by some other thing, but like really investing in making sure that our community was safe, making sure it was clean. We had cleanup days where we cleaned our boulevards in Northeast Minneapolis. And both of my parents really instilled that in me from an early age, the importance both of finding community, but also giving back to your community and taking care of it and having ownership in that.
Isn't that interesting? Because I think, like, especially when you're in the media and when you're in New York media, you live in New York, you're surrounded by headlines and social media and all of this. But I lived in Maple Grove for most of my time here in Minneapolis. We have an apartment in St. Paul now. But like what you're describing still happens.
It still happens.
And I think we get not caught up. It's not that it is the world covering conflict, covering disagreement, covering real challenges. That's part of the bit. And people are still taking care of their neighbors. They're still cleaning up
every day. And we cover it. Good Morning America, we cover it all the time. Every time there's something awful, a disaster, the community comes together.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things we were talking a moment ago, Jason, before we came on the air, talking about artificial intelligence and what impact is that going to have. And one of the things I love about what we're doing at the Taste of Minnesota is that we are shining a light on people who are making food and making joy and doing things, I guess, the old school way. But that old school way is exactly what people still want today. I still want to enjoy a delicious donut from Tom Thumb Donuts, and I want to enjoy the Kennedy Concessions cheese curds, because I always got to enjoy cheese curds back in Minnesota.
And they do it right.
They really do. You like them?
I do. I think they're really good. The Taste of Minnesota, it's hard to screw up a cheese curd. Let's be real.
Don't put that out there, because
I've had some bad cheese curds.
You could come to New York and have a bad cheese curd. I'm not shading New York, but I mean, it's like trying to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
we
stick to what works.
And we get the fresh curd, right? So you get the fresh curd from Ellsworth, Wisconsin. If you have the best stuff, like right from the Ellsworth Cheese Factory, that's the best. Now only crazy people eat raw cheese curds.
Oh, are you kidding?
But those
I
are good
like them.
with the squeak.
Yeah, I like the
fresh.
squeakers.
Yeah. I know. We're getting a look from Maddie. Like,
have you not had a squeaker? Maddie's Michigan. She's
Maddie,
Michigan.
So cherries, right? Michigan cherries, very good. So the fresh cheese curd, it's I don't know, it's reminiscent of like
comes
mozzarella.
As a brick. It comes as a brick, but they're all these little pieces stuck together, and you just pull it out. I love them.
But
they're so salty. I think that's what makes it. I like it.
Me too. I like salt.
Reason.
I'm very pro salt. That's when you write about food, you eat a lot of salt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about
salt and cholesterol. It's good for you.
Rebecca Jarvis is here. You will be on. So what's the plan? Like,
Okay. So it's a giant undertaking, like we said. So it all kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern, so 9 p.m. Central tonight on ABC with David Muir. He will be taking us all inside of these, beautiful monuments inside of New York City, the Statue of Liberty. He climbed, as you said, to the top, but did it lawfully.
Yes. He's
so
in the torch and the crown, like up in the top there,
Yes.
which is very hard to get up there now as a regular. You
Yeah.
got to like get a ticket months.
I have never been up there.
You're back when I interned at ABC News
Yeah.
in my childhood. I did.
You got up
They
there?
used to let you go up there. It was no big deal.
Wow.
But post 9/11,
Yeah.
so I interned before
Security
9/11,
changed a
so
lot.
it's all different now.
Well, he'll be there. There's a beautiful light show that people will see. And then we're going to take people throughout the entire country overnight and then wake up tomorrow morning with the Good Morning America team, George Stephanopoulos, Robin Roberts, and Michael Strahan all together in studio. Oh, by the way, huge party happening tonight. So David's on. Then you have Sam Champion and Lara Spencer and Lindsay Davis
Great.
on Bourbon Street. These are all names that I know everybody knows.
For sure. For sure.
And then they'll have their party tonight. We'll continue into tomorrow morning with Good Morning America. And then all throughout the day tomorrow on every Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and ABC, all across these platforms, you will see us, people like me, hanging out on Taste of Minnesota. I've been told there's going to be line dancing tomorrow, Jason.
Oh,
So I've been
all
told
right.
that I will learn to line dance tomorrow.
How about
That's
that?
a first.
All right.
I'll be wearing good shoes.
You don't think of Minnesota and line dancing?
No.
Although
Yeah.
country, we're a country
But I'll
music.
take it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not dance?
I know like Joe Buck is part of the deal
Yeah.
from his hometown of St. Louis. I think it's cool. Like, I mean, the truth is sometimes media coverage can be coastal, a little too coastal. The studios are in New York. A lot
Sure.
of people, but a lot of the people who work there are from
all over.
All over.
And believe me, I focus on Minnesota
You do your
stories,
part.
as you
You do
know.
your part.
As you know.
We appreciate it. Minnesotans are interesting in that we want the attention, but then like not too much attention.
Well, we want to say it that way.
Yes.
I don't know if it's true or not.
I think we want the attention.
I
We
know,
just don't
I
like the
definitely think we
negative.
do.
We don't like the
Yeah,
negative.
yeah.
We've
of
been in the
course.
news a little too much.
There's really positive reasons to focus on Minnesota. And I have spent it, like I mentioned this last year, there's obviously been some really painful stories out of Minnesota, but we've been back here to cover the Red Bears basketball team.
Yeah.
We talked to Diane Mua and her team at Diane's Place. I was just back for the Special Olympics, the opening
You
ceremony.
helped kick off the opening ceremony.
It was
right?
so much fun. It was such a moving experience. So I try to focus that attention on these really heartfelt stories that are also really changing the world. Because I also think that, like you said earlier, there's this, whether it's social media or just media writ large, we have this propensity to see the story that is the negative story. And then our takeaway is everything is bad.
Right.
But
Right.
I will say, as a journalist who does travel the country and meet people every day, I see a lot of good. And it is heartening. People will say to me, even in an airport, how do you do your job at a time like this? And on some levels, I'm not going to say it's easy because it isn't, but I will say that the more people I meet, the more I am reminded that most people want to do a better thing for their for their community, for their neighbors, for their family, and they're trying really hard.
You didn't get invited to the Taylor Swift wedding?
I had to leave New York. I was so upset.
You
No,
sent your regrets.
I sent my regrets. I have been watching the arrivals on my phone a little bit.
I like it. I'm
It's
sorry,
fun.
like if that makes me like a Swiftie, but I think
Wait,
it's
you're going to
fun.
apologize for being a Swiftie?
Well, I'm on AM radio. Like I'm not exactly talking to Swiftie Nation out there,
Don't create any bad blood.
A bad blood. Very
Boom.
nice. Very nice.
It is quite the undertaking and the spectacle. It's wild in New York right now.
And
like
it's
there's-
101 degrees.
It's very hot. There are a lot of streets shut down. in New York right now. And
great.
also there's the fancy hotels all over the city where people are coming out.
It's all good stuff. Rebecca, great to see you.
You too, Jason.
Have fun at the Taste of Minnesota.
I will. Are you going to come?
I'm going to come.
Great.
After the show, I'm coming.
Great.
All right. We'll see you guys over there. Maddie, thank you.
Thanks, Maddie.
4:51, drive time, back in just a minute.
This is Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Jason is an avid hiker. During a recent hike, a mountain lion appeared. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna Less Lethal Launcher, scaring off the mountain lion. Byrna Less Lethal Launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds. Visit byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality.
J.H. & Sons is my headquarters for men's clothing. It's Jason for J.H. & Sons at the Galleria, and they are doing a massive sale this weekend. This is brand new information. So if you have a guy in your life, drag that guy to J.H. & Sons at the Galleria, because this weekend, starting right now, they're open for a couple more hours, but tomorrow through Sunday, buy one, get one half off on select suits and sport coats. And maybe even better, they've got all of the spring and summer sportswear at 20% off. So they open at noon tomorrow. They're open like noon to 5. Sunday, they're open 11 to 6. So a lot of things are closed on the 4th of July. But J.H. & Sons is open because they are ready to upgrade your look. Alyssa and I are going to Mexico City in a couple of weeks. And I went out to J.H. & Sons to prepare because I wanted clothes that would look good, but be comfortable for a trip. So when you think of J.H. & Sons, often you think about the suits, you think about tuxedos, you think about wedding wear, but think about a night on the town, about going up north and looking great. Gives you more confidence. The service is through the roof. Family-owned business. The Halberstats are doing something special. They started here in Minnesota and St. Cloud 50 years ago. Now they've got brand new stores opening all over the Midwest, including just in Kansas City. Pretty cool stuff. Check them out right here at the Galleria, jhandsons.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hey, it's Jason DeRusha. You know, I thought I knew everything that Livia had to offer. But as Livia continues to evolve, I discovered there's so much I didn't know. Want to see what I mean? Check out Livia.com. Of course, Livia is known for helping people lose weight and keeping it off. But today, they also offer medical weight management, GLP-1 support, hormone health. Whether you're looking to lose weight, improve your energy, or simply feel your best, visit Livia.com today and discover everything Livia has to offer.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
Sunny out there right now. Oh, a little gift for people going to the Taste of Minnesota as crowds just starting to gather out there. Tonight, your low will be 68. Chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, same deal during the day, but those rain chances move out by evening, high of 81. Sunday looks perfect. 83 is the high. Downtown Minneapolis, I said the sun is out. How about 85 degrees? It's a little sticky out there, too, on CCO.
You're listening to Drive Time with DeRusha.
I think it's absolutely flawless. Whoever's idea was that is a genius.
On News Talk 830 WCCO.
Wasn't that fun with Rebecca Jarvis? If you missed any of that conversation, sign up for our podcast, Drive Time with DeRusha. J-Lo will get that up in just a couple of minutes, and we've got the video available for you, too. So Rebecca in studio. We were streaming that live on the WCCO Radio YouTube channel. And if you subscribe to that channel, I cut up segments of the show, and so you can kind of check those out on your own time. Pretty fun. Continental Diamond time right now is 4:57. Locally owned and operated. You know how important it is to support your local family-owned businesses. Shop local. Continental Diamond, built on trust and relationships and built on beautiful pre-owned luxury timepieces. That is for sure. ABC News coming your way in just a couple of minutes. At the top of the hour, we'll visit with Dan Hayes, talk about the Minnesota Twins. They're in New York this weekend. And I'll tell you, as much as being in New York City for the fireworks was the coolest 4th of July fireworks experience I've ever had in my life, seeing the fireworks over the Statue of Liberty is pretty freaking awesome. This weekend at 101, I'll take a pass. I'm good. Local news coming up on CC.
Smart conversations are just better when more smart people join in. Hey, that's your cue. Call the CCO Talk and Text line, 651-461-9226.
The right patio sets the scene. The right grill steals the show. For a limited time during July 4th, extra big deals at Lowe's. Get two 12 by 12-inch square patio stones for only $3. Plus, save $100 on the select Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill. Now just $179. All you need now is good company. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/6. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Hey, whether it's global or local, stay in the know on your mobile. The Odyssey app for News Talk 830 WCCO. Still live, still local, still listening. News Talk 830 WCCO 1029 HD2 Minneapolis, St. Paul.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. A federal appeals court rules that the Trump administration can get an immediate replacement of the slavery exhibit in Philadelphia.
The panel of the Third Circuit, which is based in Philadelphia, says the new panels that would go up are full of historical context and acknowledge the evil of slavery. That panel, allowing the Park Service to move forward with its plans, includes appointees of George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump. The city of Philadelphia has today filed another appeal, urging the court to reconsider its decision.
ABC's Stephen Portnoy. Police in Dearborn, Michigan say 2 people are dead, another one hurt in a shooting at a shopping mall, Fairlane Town
It
Center.
appears this was not a random act of violence. It was between two parties that knew each other here at the mall, and a fight began that escalated in gunfire. It appears that both parties had firearms.
Dearborn Police Chief Isa Shahin. A man's charged in the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool mess. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro was asked by a reporter.
It appears this was not a...
Did he have any tools, or was it just his bare hands?
Right now, we believe it's his bare hands, both hands.
So does that indicate in your belief that it was probably damaged before, or do you believe that he...
Oh, he damaged it.
Further, but do you believe it had already been damaged before?
He damaged the pool.
Attorneys for David Hearn says that he's innocent and a scapegoat for the administration's failures. Defining patriotism as something more than just loving your country and not pretending that America is not without flaws. New York City Mayor Zoran Mandani marking America's 250th birthday. Mandani talking about the term American exceptionalism.
America is exceptional because here, nothing is fixed into place. The frontier may be closed. We may have walked on the moon. But the work of fulfilling the values first enshrined in the Declaration of Independence, that work endures, and it belongs to us all.
He says that those who try to divide Americans are using the oldest trick in politics. You're listening to ABC News.
Minnesota's trusted voice every hour. Let's get you caught up with what's happening now on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Mostly cloudy, 85 degrees at 5:02. I'm Laura Oakes. An investigation is underway following the discovery of a decomposed body in West St. Paul.
The West St. Paul Police Department detailing the scene in a post on social media today, saying that officers discovered the remains near 199 Wentworth Avenue East this morning after being called to the scene. Police say the victim is male and is in an advanced state of decomposition. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office is currently working to confirm his identity and determine the cause of death. Police are asking anyone with relevant information to contact them. Ari Bergeron, News Talk 830 WCCO.
Edina police are investigating following a shooting near Southdale last night. It happened on the 7200 block of York Avenue South. The victim was taken to HCMC with serious injuries. The Minneapolis Police Union is contesting the firing of an officer earlier this year over a racially insensitive social media post.
46-year-old Joseph Klimek liked a Facebook post calling for a murder suspect who was Black to be lynched, according to recently released disciplinary records and an internal affairs investigation. The incident follows more than 20 complaints against Klimek, a history of misconduct, and multiple suspensions. He also pled guilty last year to an amended charge relating to the malicious punishment of a child. He's on 2 years of supervised probation. Taylor Rivera, News Talk 830 WCCO.
Downtown Minneapolis is welcoming its first wave of Taste of Minnesota fans this afternoon.
Just celebrating 250 in America.
Doing ASIN, I'm putting ASIN all around.
Food, a lot of it.
We love the variety. Yeah. Organizers are expecting hundreds of thousands of people to attend over the weekend. And finally, fireworks stands are up in Minnesota, but that's not keeping folks from crossing the border for something a little more noticeable.
For nearly a decade, Jeff Olson has been selling the so-called Safe and Sane fireworks, and that draws a mixed reaction from customers.
The families don't care. That's what they're looking for. The young 20-year-olds, I say, go to Wisconsin because they want to go get the bottle rockets and Roman candles and that kind of thing.
Selling and shooting off sparklers and snakes became legal in Minnesota in 2002. Legislative efforts to add the flashbang stuff have come up empty ever since, and trips to Wisconsin to bring it here continue.
I don't know why we can't sell that, but Wisconsin sells it and they use it here, so why not have our tax dollars, come into Minnesota versus Wisconsin?
Olson would like to see Minnesota hand out temporary licenses to sell exploding fireworks for part-time vendors like he and his wife. In Roseville, Al Schock, News Talk 830 WCCO.
And WCCO News Time is 5:05.
Now, the latest conditions and the outlook for the next few days with your CCO forecast.
Oop, that's me. Mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. We still could see some scattered showers. Then for tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms still possible. Overnight low 68. Tomorrow, another chance for some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms. But Chris Schaefer says they should be moving out of the area by the evening. High tomorrow, 81. And then Sunday looks great. Partly cloudy, high of 83. Right now in the Twin Cities, it is mostly cloudy, 85. At News Talk 830 WCCO.
Not just something to listen to. It's how you stay plugged into what's happening in the world. News Talk 830 WCCO. He knows news. He knows talk. He knows nonsense, too. So get ready for a lot of each. This is Drive Time with DeRusha, fueled by Luther Kia of Bloomington. Once again, here's Jason DeRusha.
Happy Independence Day weekend. Happy 250th birthday to America. We are celebrating by working. It's what we do here on Drive Time. Other shows are cowards and take the day off, Chad Hartman, not us. Dan Cook, another coward who took the day off. In my view, if you optionally took today off, it is because you hate America. It's evident to me. Why wouldn't you come to stand in front of this big microphone and declare your love for this country?
Because these people hate America.
That's what I'm saying. That's Jonathan Lowe, who's here for Dan Cook.
I love America.
Yeah. We know who hates it. Cook. Guy is an embarrassment. He calls himself a pastor. Disappointment.
No, he needs to go pray. He needs to go to church. Pray for his soul for America.
Little breaking news that the Great American State Fair in Washington, D.C. has just closed temporarily because it's too hot. The heat index is 113 degrees in D.C. That's what's going on there.
You know who would never close? State Fair in Falcon Heights.
Oh, that's
the Minnesota
right.
State Fair would
Too
never
hot?
close. Never close because it's too hot.
It's the real State Fair. Now, President Trump is on his way to Mount Rushmore. Big celebrations happening this weekend in New York City. That's where the Minnesota Twins are. The coolest fireworks I ever saw was in New York City. Dan Hayes, who covers the Twins for The Athletic, is with us on the John Schuster Coldwell Banker Hotline in advance of tonight's game. Dan, it's good to talk to you. What's the coolest 4th of July or the coolest fireworks you've ever seen?
Ooh, maybe about 10 or 11 years ago, I was in Chicago. The Mariners were playing the White Sox, and we went to a post-game establishment and had a few adult beverages. Sure. And the neighborhood, I'm not kidding when I say this neighborhood banded together and bought a bunch of fireworks, and there's no way they didn't spend more than or less than a couple $1,000. And they were like, we were 10 feet away. I mean, we had stuff falling in our beers as we stood outside the place. It was called Maria's, and this was like Bridgeport, basically, right by where the White Sox play. And it was probably the most epic display of fireworks I've ever seen up close. It was so awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was an intern in New York City. So I was 19 interning at ABC News. And, I didn't really have any friends in New York City. I was a college kid from Milwaukee in New York. So I went alone to watch the fireworks in New York City. And they were launching from 2 different locations on the Hudson River. So you could see it with Midtown, and then you could see it with the Statue of Liberty in the background. It was...
Yeah, those are amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. When you can see 3 or 4, and I've had one of those before too, where I think it was in Chicago also. I can't remember, but when you can see 3 or 4 at once, it's pretty awesome.
Dan Hayes is with us. The Twins. I'm a little concerned about the weather in New York City for this game tonight. The last time I checked, it was 101 in New York. My son lives out there, and he was like, it is disgusting. It is oppressive. It's down to 96, but just with the humidity and everything like that, it's going to be unpleasant. Do you know what the team does on extreme weather days? I mean, I assume at Yankee Stadium are the dugouts. Is there air conditioning in there at least?
Yeah, and I'm gonna guess there's some Capri Suns and orange slices and hydration breaks.
Just like the World Cup, we all need our hydration breaks now.
No, it's one of the worst series I've ever covered was at Wrigley Field in 2018, Twins and the Cubs. And the Twins had like 4 guys leave that game because of heat exhaustion. And we're not talking about like people that are like not in good shape. We're talking like Max Kepler, Eddie Rosario, guys with like negative 11% body fat. They were leaving these games with it. So, I mean, it's certainly something that can impact players. There's no question. Bobby Wilson was the catcher at the time, and he had to catch that whole game. And then there was one stretch where he had to run the bases. And I'm talking like wild pitch, so advance to second, sac fly to right field, tag up, go to third, and then either wild pitch or another sac fly. That dude had to wear 6 IV bags that night in the hotel.
Wow.
His eyes were black when he came back. His eyes were like, it was really bad. I mean, I still remember that. So it can impact the baseball game. I'm not upset that I'm not in New York for this one. I'm glad to be in Minneapolis for this one.
Dan Hayes is with us from The Athletic. All right, the Twins are at an interesting part of the season. Before we talk about, and every week we talk about, are they going to be buyers or sellers? But I want to talk about Taj Bradley first because sort of a remarkable moment. The first pitcher in Twins history to retire 10 straight via strikeout. He just seems to be like hitting his moment right now.
Yeah, and we asked him after the game, and I love the quote from him. He said, I think the question was, you're coming back from the injury, and where do you feel? Like, are you where you need to be? Or are you getting closer to where you need to be? And he said, basically, I'm there, and I just need to remember what this feels like and keep it going. He was like, I'm enjoying this. It was a great quote, and like a couple days ago, and a lot of travel in between then, but he's just thriving right now, and it's been, I think, about 3+ starts, because the one against St. Louis at home, he wasn't perfect, but he said he kind of felt like he saw the light at the end of the tunnel after some rough outings before that. And basically since then, the only thing that has slowed him down is Twins offense with their slow, long innings. The Twins offense has been sticking him on the bench he got that 10-run inning in his favor in Arizona. He had the 7 runs scored for him in Colorado the other night, long first and second inning in Houston. And he just stayed out, he stayed warm, and man, he was thriving. And, it's hard to say and Joe Ryan's had a great first half, and Joe Ryan deserves to be an all-star. It's hard to say there's a better pitcher right now, though, on this team than Taj Bradley.
Dan Hayes is with us from The Athletic. The lineup just released for Yankee Stadium tonight, and no Byron Buxton again. Hip soreness. You wrote a little bit in The Athletic this week about how, Byron doesn't feel the pressure to play through the injury. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen a lot of production from other guys and knows that he doesn't have to basically try to be Superman and play through this injury, but also knows that he can take the time and, if they get to that point where before 10 days he's healthy, he can come back and return and just get in there. And I think when you see Josh Bell have the month he did, Victor Caratini have the month he did, there were 8 guys with OPSs above 800 in June alone. And, that doesn't count there were a couple other really good performances. The offense is just up and down all the way through, doing its job. And, Byron said that on the Tuesday of the Astros series. All the Twins did against a good pitching staff was score 17 runs.
Right.
And,
right.
make him look pretty smart. So we asked Shelton, I asked him specifically on Wednesday, could this still be an IL? And he thought that Byron was going in the right direction. The fact that he's not in there today, we'll see. Tomorrow might be the day where they have to make a decision. Just if he's on his 6th day at that point, you can, backdate a few days and get him healthy and get another person on that roster and give you another fresh body. So we'll see probably by tomorrow.
When you last visited with us last Friday, you and I talked quite a bit about how the Twins bullpen had not really given up a dog of a performance.
I don't want to talk about that, Jason. Why you got to bring up old stuff?
Well, both of us really. I feel guilty. Like, did we put the old wamboozle on the bullpen? Because then that night, like, I'm out having a nice night, looking at the Twins game. They're up, 8-0, and
7-0, and yes,
the ludicrous night. That was the ludicrous night, and it took the Twins an extra inning. They had to go to 10 innings to win a game they were up 7-0.
I mean, Saj Bradley, 7 scoreless, comes back for the start of the 8th. The first 2 guys get on. The bullpen allows those 2 to score. Anthony Bonda giving up the 3-run. They were apparently due one of those, and then they almost did it again on Monday in Houston. So yeah, we're gonna say, man, the Twins bullpen is just awful, and see if it's a reverse jinx.
I like it.
But they
didn't really. The team didn't really get hurt that much. I mean, you look at the last week, the losses. I don't know that they were necessarily bullpen issues. So
right. No, the only thing that was really tough about it was that game happens, and then Bonda got hurt on Sunday, and with a lat tear, and he is out for months. And he's a guy that they definitely look at as a veteran's presence and a leader amongst that group, which is being, put together on the fly this whole season. And he really found his way. And if that one hurts, they're going to have to get somebody to kind of step up and fill in, because Anthony Bonda was throwing great, aside from the home run he gave up on Friday.
Dan Hayes is with us from The Athletic. Okay, the Twins are 4 games out of first in the American League Central. From where I stand, it is, from a fan perspective, it's almost going to be impossible for the Twins to be sellers at the trade deadline unless they really start falling off the table. They're too close, Dan. I think the PR hit for this would be too brutal for a new ownership rep who's trying to do everything he can to win fans back. Am I wrong on this?
I agree that it would be a PR hit if they sell. Look, you either do one or the other. You can't stand pat. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So if you stand pat and you let some of these guys play, but you don't enhance the club,
you may as well sell. You may as well sell.
Right.
Yeah.
You upset the fans that way. If you're going to really upset them, if you're going to sell, then sell. And just get it over with. Because I think people can accept that. It sucks. It's not what you want if you're a fan, but it would be worse to stay put and not do anything. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle it, because Ryan Jeffers is a free agent at the end of the year. Your catchers have played well. The one thing I wonder is if they would trade any assets off this current club and try to get I don't know that they would trade Larnach, but if you traded Larnach, brought up Wallner, and then tried to get a bullpen guy for Larnach, and if you traded Jeffers, but Larnach's been outstanding. He had the third highest average in the American League in June. He's 3 for 5 the first game of July. So you're in a really tough spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot for sure. And last year's fire sale, I don't know that. I mean, is it too early to grade how that went? I mean, I don't know about.
Oh, it's way too early. I think it's way too early. Look, we haven't seen what Kendry Rojas can really do. And if you're looking at that, it's just so hard. Louis Varland that trade would look. I mean, it doesn't look good right now, but also you have 6 years of Kendry Rojas.
Right. To see what that becomes. Yeah.
And the Duran trade is so far down the road in the future.
Well, let's hope the team keeps winning, and then that sort of forces the hand to add some. That
pieces. Would be great. Look, that's the way you fire up your fan base.
Yep, no doubt. So. Dan Hayes, have a great 4th of July weekend, and thanks for spending a little bit of your Friday with us.
I mean, hey, we all go to work, right? We're patriots.
We love America. I think that's obvious.
We do.
Thanks, Dan.
Exactly.
Drive time back to walk you up to Twins pregame in just a minute.
Drive time with DeRusha, tuned up and rolling. Thanks to Luther Kia of Bloomington.
Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Don't miss your chance to save on tech, chairs, custom print, school supplies, and more. It all ends July 4th. Staples, that was easy.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Summer is here and you need more room for your kids or grandkids and all their stuff. It's Jason DeRusha for Luther Kia of Bloomington. We're in the middle of the summer sticker sales event. 0% on all Sportages and Sorrentos. Specially marked vehicles have $750 bonus cash too. Best cars for the money on the market. It's not just me saying it. It's U.S. News and World Report. Check out their brand new facility. Luther Kia of Bloomington now open at 35W and 494. Luther Kia of Bloomington.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Every week on the Moth Podcast, you'll hear true stories that will intrigue you, inspire you, and make you laugh.
He said, is there anything in your diet that might be spiking your blood sugar? I said, sometimes I eat pizza until I'm unconscious. He said, I think that might be it.
For real stories live on stage from comedians, astronauts, accountants, farmers, and people just like you, follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Where curiosity hits the gas. Drive Time with DeRusha on News Talk 830 WCCO.
Lots of good stuff on the podcast for the weekend. So if you're looking for something to listen to, our opening segment on open air drug markets, I think was pretty good. I think our Rebecca Jarvis conversation was super fun. So that's worth podcasting. ABC News correspondent, going to be broadcasting live for America's 250th birthday over at Taste of Minnesota. So check that out. All of that, just search DeRusha. Wherever you get podcasts, you'll find that. And you can sign up for us on YouTube, too. I appreciate that if you check that out. I have a TikTok also, DeRusha Show, where I post clips of the show on TikTok. So if you're into that, we got you there as well. Tomorrow, the 4th of July, it's my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law who are the big 4th of July celebrators in our family. I love the 4th of July. I just want to go to a parade and the fireworks. That's what I want to do. But the in-laws have like a big gathering at their house. It's a big shebang. And today I went, like, we've been assigned to food, right? Because there are there's certain foods you need at a 4th of July gathering, right? What are your musts? It's 651-461-9226. Jonathan, when you think 4th of July gathering, non-negotiable, you have to have what?
Oh, I mean, burgers and dogs are going to be there. That's just
Sort of a no-brainer.
Yes, no brainer. Summer grill foods.
Do you like when people fancy it up, or would you rather just have like the burger and the hot dog?
Not the biggest fancy person.
Yeah.
Just
I'm with you. Like, I want a freaking hot dog on the 4th of July.
I have to be fancy enough with the bread or the stuff that I have because I'm gluten intolerant.
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm one of those. Yeah.
Wow.
One of those people.
So is it, you don't have celiac, but you get the poops if you eat gluten?
It's about right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's not great. That's not great.
No.
Nobody wants that.
No,
is there
it's not.
something that I'm sorry, I'm like squirrel. I'm going over it. Is there something where you're like, oh, it's worth it? I want to eat this. Like, what's your one gluten that you'll put yourself through?
No,
hell?
I do strict with the
Good.
with the non-gluten. Now
I mean,
there's
you look
stuff.
good.
Thank you. I'll send you that check in the mail. It'll be postmarked
It'd be
after the
tough.
holiday.
If I had to give up, what would be the toughest thing to give up? Pizza. There's some better gluten-free crusts though. Now I've tried a lot of those.
Yes, the gluten-free crusts have
Come a long
really gotten really good.
Yeah.
But like cookies and cakes and all that. I'm a sweet tooth guy, so
They
Hey,
try. There's some bakeries that try.
Oh no. You
You've
want a
tried 'em
gluten-free
all.
baker? I'm your guy.
You know.
I know.
All right.
But I think if you talk sides and if you talk, people in my culture,
Yeah.
there's stuff that needs to be there, kind of like collard greens.
Yeah.
Ham
hock or
put some ham hock or bacon in it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
collard.
Some baked beans, some mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Those, and I know a big thing at a lot of these places is going to be potato salad. I'm not a big potato salad guy, so
Potato salad is overrated. It's like a hodgepodge of things no one wants. Like, here's some cubed up cold potatoes with a bunch of mayonnaise,
mayo, and celery, and
it's just not. It's not my favorite.
No.
But then I say this, when's the last time I had potato salad? Probably 3 years ago. So I don't know. Maybe it's good.
Something tells me potato salad has not become revolutionary in 3 years. Just saying.
So our assignment was to bring the veggie tray.
Okay.
Which is fine. Like, here's the annoying thing about bringing the veggie tray. Like, the positive thing is, like, there will be vegetables, because otherwise you end up with one of these deals that it's like, here's your chips, here's your potato salad, here's Jell-O. Also, Jell-O, get out of here. I don't think so. I have my teeth. All right. Like, what are we doing with Jell-O? So I went to Costco today to get the vegetables, because I like to cut the vegetables, and I like to do it myself. $4 for a Costco bag of carrots, but I may need to take the leftover carrots and donate it at Second Harvest Heartland. This bag is so large. We'll be eating carrots for the next 10 years.
Your eyes will be good, though.
Oh, my vision, top notch. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for your love of this great country.
Love this country.
Listen to that. I don't know. I feel like that's not the J-Lo we hear during the Henry Lake show.
It's got to be a little bit different at different points of the day.
It's a versatile act. It's an afternoon drive. It's a different bit. Thank you guys for listening and for spending part of your July 3rd with us. We'll be back here on Monday. Happy birthday, America. Here come the Twins in New York City on CCU.